Next Saturday and Sunday, you can enjoy an Artapalooza of sorts. Among the dozens of artists who will be displaying their handcrafted pieces in the MKE Studio Tour are a pair of potters with a passion for their beloved Earth. Michael Schlesinger takes us to Cara Terra.
I just enjoy working with my hands.
Rebecca and Francesco Cara share a lot. Beside being married, they own an art business together called Cara Terra. Loosely in Italian, it means beloved Earth.
What I'm making is pottery, and I like to make functional pottery.
Their love story began right before the pandemic in 2020. Rebecca was in Italy learning pottery. Francesco just happened to be one of the people leading the workshop.
Our value system is the same, our interest and our admiration of craft and dedication to being good at a skill is the same.
After a time apart during COVID, they finally joined forces together. First to move to Chicago and then ending up in Milwaukee.
We love what we do. We wouldn't change it, but it's also maybe not the rainbows and unicorns that Instagram makes it look like.
Mrs. Cara admits she's more of the marketer, while her husband is the practical producer.
So it's been a learning curve for me to make sure that we're actually building a partnership, obviously in life, but also in business as well, and that we're making these decisions together rather than me with my kind of marketing brain saying, okay, well, I need you to make this, this, and this, because that's what sells.
Mugs, dinner sets, cups. I want to make like oil bottle and a lot of, functional pottery.
What's produced in this in-home studio located in the Coopers Park neighborhood of Milwaukee is a rather detailed process.
Every day a little bit on the wheel making pots, but that is just the first step.
The first step to making 50 pieces a day. Of course, there are many obstacles along the way.
The clay is going to dry at the speed that the clay is going to dry, and we all live in the Midwest. So when it's more humid, the clay doesn't dry as fast. He can't load a kiln and fire it at the time that we wanted to fire it, but the studio tour is still going to be September 30th and October 1st. Whether or not the clay dries as fast as it wants.
Some of what they've created will be part of the Milwaukee Studio Tour happening across the county. Wisconsin Craft spearheads this initiative. The nonprofit is an advocate for artistry. This is the 5th year for the event, and it promises to be bigger than ever.
We're excited because this is a kind of a part of a history and a tradition throughout the nation, especially in ceramics of these tours. There's different ones in North Carolina and Montana and all over the country, and we're excited to see the Milwaukee Studio Tour kind of stake its claim in this tradition.
Away from the potter's wheel and kiln, these two are fired up about future goals and aspirations.
Working with some restaurant and with some chef specifics so we can, have a collaboration and work together, because I'm interested, in food, in how, the kitchen works. But I would like also to make something that the chef appreciates.
I'm told an Italian phrase is really their business model, La Dolce Vita. It means the sweet life. And beside any potential sales, their passion for each other and the pottery should easily sell itself.
You lose any love of the craft if you're only making things for the sake of selling it. You still want to enjoy what you're making. You want to be proud of what you're making, even if we're not as interested in art with a capital A.